Hi guys, how is it going? In this video I'll be showing you my art supplies. I have these brushes. Oh, let me just keep that one. I have these brushes over here, and I use them, and they're round brushes. I use them for acrylics, and sometimes when I have to give a very light wash of watercolors. These brushes are from the brand, these brushes are from the brand Indigo, and they're not expensive and they're not that cheap as well, but they're really good. I personally like brushes which are literally this long because I just like to use brushes like these. Some people are out there who prefer shorter brushes because they just handle them pretty well. But the second type of brushes I use are these Daler Rowney brushes, and I specifically use them for watercolors. I only have these three sizes: a bigger, a medium, and a medium. Sorry, this is the medium and this is the small one, and I use them specifically for watercolors because I just like to, I don't do acrylics or oil paints with these brushes because these brushes have very soft bristles, and acrylics and oils are harder materials than watercolors, and I don't want the bristles to get rough or broken, so I use them only for watercolors. Oh, in case you were wondering the size of the brushes, this is a size 8, and then this is a size 4. You can see I've used them quite a lot because it's getting rubbed off now. And this is, oh, it's rubbed off completely, but I think this was obviously smaller than size number 4. I think this was 2, if I'm not wrong. I think this was 2. I also have this very small detailer brush. I use it only to give those very highlights I want to give, getting into the inner corners of petals and leaves and faces. I use this detailer brush to mark all of the details. Another brush I use is this kind of brush. I use this brush for just coloring the canvas if I want to color it one piece just quickly, and I just save a lot of time by doing this. This is like not an expensive brush at all. It's quite cheap, and yeah, I just use it to quickly fill up my canvas with paint, basically. Thing I'm going to show you is my watercolor palette. It's from Winsor & Newton. I hope you can see that. I've been using this palette for almost 5 years now, and it's still going. So once you buy Winsor & Newton watercolors, you are going to use it for a lot of time, and it's totally worth the money. Although I do have to admit, this green over here and this green over here are like almost completely gone. Yeah, I use watercolors a lot, and nowadays I'm using it a bit more because I don't know, my love for watercolors has suddenly just revamped, and I like using watercolors. The second colored medium I want to show are these fineliners by Staedtler, and these were in a set of, I don't know, how are these, like 20 fine liners, and these fine liners are pigmented, are like very highly pigmented. Even this yellow would show up very brightly, like it's not transparent or anything. It's a very bright yellow, and even this light gray will show up very prominently on a white page. So nowadays I'm into art journaling, and I really like to use them, to make my journal look more doodly and just really cool and doodly. So I'm trying these out, and I also used them for writing my notes and stuff when I was doing my A-levels. So fineliners, Staedtler. Another colored medium I want to show are these 48 color pencils by Faber-Castell, and I also been using this for 2.5 years, I would say, and you can see color pencils have gotten short, and I use color pencils in almost every painting. In fact, I use color pencils and watercolors together every time I do anything watercolor and color pencil type, because I just like to layer these two mediums together, and only then I'm satisfied of my artwork. So I use this and watercolors together a lot, like all the time. I don't even do them like separately anymore. I do them together. Another medium which I really liked, which my younger self really liked, and I used to do this medium all the time when I was young, are these oil pastels. And these are from the brand TT, I don't know how to pronounce it. I pronounce it TT. And to be very honest, I haven't used oil pastels of any other brand other than TT, and I am in love with these pastels, oil pastels. They're creamy, they're pigmented, and honestly, the bigger the set, the better, because the more shades you're going to get. So I don't think there's any harm in buying a bigger set. It also has like these classic gold and silver ones, and why not? I love using oil pastels because they're just so creamy and they blend so easily. You don't need any other tool or any other medium to blend it with. I love oil pastels. I've been using oil pastels for as long as I can remember, and oil pastels was the first art medium I fell in love with, and I still love them. Acrylic paints. Now right now I have them in another box because I got bigger tubes and I needed a box to keep all of these stuff in. Now the acrylic paints I use are of the brand Mary's. These paints are big, they last you longer, and I just need more colors, man, and this is exactly what I want. The white color, the color white is going to be your staple color, so I would recommend you buying 3 to 4 tubes once, you know, like don't just get one white tube and expect it to last you even 2 weeks. Let me just tell you that. White is the color you need all the time. So this was my acrylic paint, and I keep them in this box nice and safe. The charcoal brand I use is Derwent. Let me show you. Is Derwent, okay? And honestly, this is the best quality charcoal you can get in my opinion, because, and I have like one in medium. Why is this not focusing? One in medium and one in dark, and I have 2 of each so that it lasts me longer. Also, I also have charcoal sticks. This is a hard charcoal stick. It's harder. It's going to be darker. This is a softer charcoal stick. It's soft and it's going to give you color payoff easily. This is a dark one, this is a light one. And basically charcoal sticks are used to draw on bigger surfaces, and I use this to basically put charcoal in the corners and stuff like that. I use this for covering bigger surfaces. Shading pencils from Staedtler. I haven't tried the Faber-Castell ones yet. I just used them once, and I don't think that was enough for me to decide whether this was better. Oh, we have a random pencil in it. Okay. So it wasn't like, I didn't use Faber-Castell ones for long to decide which ones were better, but I used them, and I used them in one of my videos in which I did water droplets. I used only this. Okay. I used only these pencils in it, and I think it gave me a very good result. A month ago, I used to draw with normal writing pencils, and I still have them in my pouch because you never know when you need a pencil. But recently, and obviously I have an eraser and a sharpener, but recently I started using mechanical pencils. And honestly, my drawing has improved so much. It's much more neater. I don't have to annoy myself by again and again sharpening the pencil because it gets blunt, and it's just so handy. You don't have to sharpen it. And I got some extra lead. Obviously, get a mechanical pencil if you suffer from not so neat drawings, because this is going to make your drawing so much neater. Okay, so the next colorful medium I have are oil paints, and the brand I use for oil paints is Reeves. Reeves is a very good quality brand for any medium, but I personally like them for oil paints. For oil paints, for blending my oil paint in, I'm not that picky about my oil. Some people only use castor oil or linseed oil. Sorry, some people only use linseed oil. I can work with olive oil. This is coconut oil, castor oil, any oil. I just need an oil to blend my paints in. And then for cleaning my brush, I dip my brush in the super fine turpentine oil. I dip it once, I don't rub it in the tube, and I take it out and simply dab it on the tissue paper or the cloth, and it just gets clean. The next medium I have to show you guys is soft pastels. Again, Derwent brand. Okay, I use soft pastels quite a lot, and you can see I've been using it for the past 3 years, I think. Yes, 3 years. And the one thing I don't like about pastels is that you have to sharpen them very carefully. I'm not very high about pastels, but I do like to use them. I layer them with sometimes watercolors. I try to incorporate it more with watercolors. And the other thing why I'm not high about pastels is you have to spray it down after every layer, which is sometimes a bit annoying, but I do keep pastels with me because you never know when you need to give that pastely effect in a painting. Now I'm going to be showing my sketchbooks I use. So I don't like to work on a lot of sketchbooks at the same time. I like to keep on the max 2 sketchbooks to work on. And recently my last videos have been on this sketchbook. This sketchbook is basically a 15-page sketchbook with hot pressed watercolor sheet. And I'm not the kind of person who would buy an extra sheet a separate sheet for acrylic, separate sheet for oils, a separate sheet for pastel, a separate sheet for graphite. I want one sheet that can handle everything. And so when I looked at this sketchbook, it clearly told me that it was capable enough to bear all of these mediums. And I, without even thinking for a second, bought this because I just want one perfect sheet for all mediums. I don't want to keep a lot of sheets, and all of this are on a video on my channel. And this is what I did recently. I really like how this turned out. This is from charcoal. If you want more charcoal stuff, I can do videos on it. Just let me know in the comment section below. And this is the one sketchbook I'm going to be using for a long time. There's 15 sheets and I will only use 2, so this is going to go a long time. The next sketchbook I'm going to show you is basically a sketch pad, and the paper quality is not that thick, but it's not that weak so that I cannot handle watercolors. It can handle watercolors, and I've been doing like art journaling and stuff like that with watercolors on it. And this sketchbook was really wanted me to start art journaling, and I really enjoy using this sketchbook, and I would hopefully in the future make a video on how I art journal as well. So stay tuned for that. These were all of my art supplies, and I hope you kind of liked my video about these art supplies. And in the future, if I buy more art supplies, I will do more art supply hauls like these. Let me know down below what medium you like to use more. What medium is your favorite medium, and what kind of a person are you? Are you a watercolor person? Are you a color pencil person? Are you an all medium person? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.